Good morning. Thursday, September 4th. It's 10:30. I left the guest ranch this morning at 8:30 after a really wonderful breakfast. Feeling good, but it's only been a couple hours. I've gone a little over 4 miles, and not sure how far I want to go today. It is going to be hot. I'm fortunately walking through forest right now, so in the shaded area it's kind of nice, and there's a bit of a breeze. So of course the whole day isn't going to be like this, and I'm dressed for hot right now. It's supposed to get to 33 degrees Celsius, so that's 90-ish Fahrenheit, I guess. So pretty warm, and won't be cooling off for 2 or 3 more days. So I'll just have to be careful, make sure I got plenty of water and electrolytes, which I do. Pack feels pretty good, not as heavy as I thought it might. With I'm carrying all the water I can carry, and food resupply that I did. And I'm gonna stop at a state campground here up ahead. There's a waterfall there. It's Burney Falls, and I'll take a break there, and it's probably too early to stop, but I'll gauge it and we'll see. It's supposed to be a really nice campground. So yeah, and then the next town that I come to is Castella. It's a little town, and just up the highway from there is a place called Dunsmuir, and that root fire is causing problems around the Castella area. And then further north they've actually evacuated Sept from the blue fire, I think it is. So there's a lot of southbound hikers that are skipping all of that, and they'll be south of Castella headed my way. So the word is there's quite a few southbound hikers going to be on this section of trail that I'm on right now. So we'll see how many of them I run into today or the next few days. And yeah, for now, that's it. Okay, that's Burney Falls. So this is Burney Falls campground. There is a campsite here. I didn't go to it because it's still the afternoon. I'm going to continue on, but I stopped for an ice cream and something to drink at the general store. And when I was there, I met a southbound hiker. Had a really good quick chat with him. His trail name's Blue. He recognized me, he said, but I don't know if he really did or not. He said he watched so many videos. So it's possible he saw one of mine. But yeah, he's staying at the guest ranch tonight, so I told him he was going to enjoy it. Hope he does. But, yeah, so the falls is kind of cool. If I was to if it was later in the afternoon, I'd stay here for sure, but I'm going to keep going. Okay, this is just a mile or two up from Burney Falls. You can hear a helicopter. He just dropped below the trees. He'll probably be coming up here shortly, but they're getting water from this reservoir and taking it to a fire somewhere. And when I started filming, he was just below the tree line, so I'm kind of assuming he'll come back up. There is a highway just below me, actually. I don't know if it's a highway, it's a paved road anyway. So yeah, there's a lovely swimming spot anyway. If a guy could get down there and wanted to go swimming, there's probably some places where you could. So looks like I missed the helicopter. We'll see if he comes up here in another minute or so, or less. Okay, now you can see him, I think. There's been more than one, but he might be a belly loader, I think they call them. Hey, there's the dam. Creates a reservoir. I think it's called Breton Dam, and it's Breton Lake, I think. So, fairly big dam. A lot of water coming out of there, obviously. Okay, here's a closer view, because apparently it looks like I get to cross over this dam. So it's kind of interesting, kind of cool. Another part of the PCT experience, I guess. Okay. Looks like you can go all the way down there if you wanted to. I'm not going to, unless that's the trail, but I don't think it is. I'll just look for a PCT marker, and if not, I'll look on my app. Okay, it's 5:30, just finishing off the day. This is where I'm going to set up my tent. I just got here about 10 minutes behind on the trail is this really nice creek that I filled up with water. So ran into a hiker from the UK. His trail name is Smash. Had a good chat with him, and he told me about this site, so it's pretty decent. I'm at mile 1426, so I've actually just completed just over 100 miles now on this trip. So we'll keep going and adding up those miles, and see what the morning brings. One thing I wanted to add, typical, I remembered something else. So it was 15 miles today. Stopped at the Burney Falls for a break, and got water here just a few minutes ago, and that's a bit of a break. But overall, for the entire day, my feet, this is the best they've been. I was able to climb hills much better. That it's not just feet and legs, that was lungs as well. I'm a little more conditioned. That day off yesterday, I think, worked wonders. I needed that, and so my feet are sore, but they're not like they've been before, and the ankles too. So we'll see if that continues tomorrow. I'm hoping so, because 15 miles a day would be what I'd like to do. All right, good morning. It's Friday, September 5th. I came from that direction this morning. It's about 9:30. I started at 7 o'clock this morning where I camped last night. I got to where I am at this point at 9, and then I went down to this spring to get some water. And Screwdriver Creek, not a spring, sorry. A little steep down there, but not nearly as bad as that Lost Creek place I was at. And the water down there is nice and cold and very, very delicious. In fact, it's quite cool down there. I was shivering a little bit. And this is the direction I'm headed. So all morning has been kind of uphill, gradual uphill, so manageable, not super hard. Plus the entire time was in shade in these trees. So the sun that you see right now, half an hour ago, that wasn't there. So beautiful, beautiful morning for hiking. And even though it was uphill, it was at a grade that I could handle. So hopefully there's more like that, or I'm getting nearer to where it flattens out. We'll see. All right, it's noon. I've gone about 8.5 miles and stopped to have a bite to eat. There's so far, and I don't know what it's going to be like for the rest of the day, but it's all been trees. Trail's been pretty good, nice and cool in the shade. So no video of any views so far today, and I'll take the shade over views on a hot day any day. So the views can wait, and I'm sure there will be more. Bumped into some southbound hikers, about 8 or 9 this morning so far. And there was a last group of 4 that were trying to make it to Burney Falls to get, they wanted to get there by 4:30 so they could have ice cream. And I said, well, hopefully they are open, because yesterday they closed at 2 o'clock right after I got there. So I hope that it's open for them today, because they sure were looking forward to the ice cream. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what to have for lunch. And I picked this up, both of these, at the Burney Mountain Guest Ranch. And the beef chomps was actually really good. The trail mix, I kind of knew what to expect. But for a change, that was a good lunch. I didn't mind that one at all. Okay, we got a view. And the reason is because this is cleared for the hydro lines. And I'm going that way, back into the trees. And you can see there's some haze, forest fire haze over there, which made me start thinking about forest fires. And of course, I like to blame climate change for that. But here's the facts, really. So in California, lightning strikes cause a lot of the fires. Humans cause quite a few as well. But the other factor are hydro lines. And you know, when they come down, occasionally in big winds, they'll start a fire. I think the Paradise Fire was started by hydro, and Pacific Gas and Electric had a huge bill out of that, which they now collect from the ratepayer. So if you're going to build more wind farms and more solar panels, you're going to need more hydro lines, which means more opportunity for lines to possibly come down and start fires. I guess in an offhand way, that is climate change causing it, because the panic there is creating the supposed need for solar and wind. Okay, there's another view. That's Mount Shasta. Getting closer and closer. The rate I'm going, 4 days I'll be at Castella, and I'm still a few days away from Shasta. So that mountain's going to get bigger and bigger as I go further north.